Okay, Assalamualaikum. We continue with the control and auditing the system development lifecycle. This is for new system development. Okay, system authorization activities. All systems should be authorized to ensure that several things are considered and decisions are made based on the feasibility studies. Okay, the first one is economic justification and feasibility. We can still recall when we want to consider a project or a new system or new upgrade system, we have to consider the economic aspect. Okay, in terms of how much the companies have to invest and whether there are any return from the investment. Okay, for example, when we suggest to upgrade a system, we need to invest or to put in or to buy new equipments. We have to invest for new software, and in return, what we're going to get, maybe in terms of saving, okay, maybe in terms of reducing number of processes, reducing number of days to collect any dues. Okay, if we able to come up with a system that when we perform or when we engage a customer and we close deal, and customer will have to pay, okay, immediately after order. Okay, this is what we have been practice if you're buying using the e-commerce platform like Lazada, Shopee, Alibaba. Okay, when you place order, you will have to make payment. Okay, the faster the payment, the better it is. Okay, so for any firm or companies, if selling or perform sales is one thing, another issue is collecting all the revenues. Okay. If we can have that features, customer order and customer make payment, so in terms of cash flow, this always be positive cash flow. Okay. All material transaction authorizing the development of new information system should be a formal steps in the process. Okay, so when there is a request to develop a system, normally a committee is set up, and the committee will look into this matter, whether it is genuine case or not, whether it will create a positive impact on the organization. Sometimes when we create or when we upgrade the system, it creates a positive impact in terms of fast delivery, in terms of faster collection, in terms of audit trail, in terms of efficiency increase. Okay, So these are the positive, but sometimes there are also negative things. For example, when we upgrade the system, okay, the process becomes slower. When we integrate several modules, system becomes slower, system becomes backlogged, because we did not improve on the infrastructure. So we have to consider also, sometimes we upgrade one element and it will affect the whole structure or the whole organization. Okay, and then by right the committee should have studied the impact of these upgrades on the integration. Okay, it is well accepted when we integrate several modules, it will require more capacity to process, more capacity to backups. Okay, since when we link several modules, the integration will consume more resources. Okay, right. So in terms of request, upgrade, to do any changes, should be in formal writing form, and this must be kept as evidence. For example, in future, if you want to check who requires for upgrades and what are the costs, what are the user interface changes, and what are the programs coding that has been changed from the old to the new one. Okay, for future reference. Okay. Sometimes through the committee, when they evaluate, they approve, sometimes they reject. Okay, approve and reject will have to be documented, and reasons for approval or the rejection. Then user specification. Users are people who use the system, and they should be actively involved with the system development process. Any reason for that? We don't want to create or we want to change system without users who are using to use the system. If they don't involve, most probably developer will create based on their own assumption. And we have to bear in mind that users are very important, because they are the one who are going to accept or reject the final product system. Okay, if you create a great system, but at the end of the day the users reject, will be a waste of all the resources. So their involvement should not only be at the proposal level only. Okay. So users should provide a detailed written description of logical needs that must be certified by the system. So we have to create we here refers to the system developer. System developer should create user specification document, and it normally is a joint effort between users and system developer. Okay. Then technical design. Technical design will translate user specification into set of detailed technical specification. Okay. Technical specification will involve programming. Okay, the programmer will convert the what users want and using the programming language, okay, to communicate, to write coding so that it is well understood by the computer system or the machine itself. Okay. So for example, we have a button. Okay, we have a button on with icon print. Okay, we as human understand that if someone click that button, we expect the system to print or to execute printing. Okay, so at this technical design, okay, the programmer will write down the scripts or the codes that instructing the machines to print the document. Okay, so as users, they don't need to know what are the scripts or the coding. Okay, right. The scope of these activities include system analysis, general system, feasibility analysis, and detailed system design. Okay, the adequacy of these activities is measured by quality of the documentation that emerge for each phase. So we have as an IS auditor, we have to check documentation at all levels. For example, the system analysis level, system design level, feasibility analysis level, and the detailed system design. So as IS auditor, we need to have knowledge. We have and better off if you have experience. Okay, so knowledge without experience, someone will have to a little bit struggle. Okay, because if you have knowledge and you have experience, you can cut short some process, because if you see a symptom, you can skip step 1 and 2, go straight with this step 3. But if you don't have any experience, you'll have to start with steps number 1. Okay, you have to go through until one level you are able to predict. Okay, this happen because of this. Okay, if you see for example, if you click the print button, the system doesn't work, it means that maybe it could be the driver is not there. Okay, the driver is not supported, or maybe the driver has been deleted. Okay, or maybe the wire are not connected if it is directly. But if you're using the internet, you need to check the server as well. Okay, so under current situation or current days, current technology, most facilities are shared, right?